sing all the time, and I usually sing the most when I'm upset. Like, or like, you know, if I'm stressed or anything like that, I sing the most and it just relaxes me. And it's just always been that way. I feel like growing up was really hard sometimes, and music was the one thing that just made me feel something that, you know, better than what I was feeling, I guess, at the time.
I think as far as expressing myself, I guess in terms of like who I am, I like to get like creative. I like do my hair and makeup and through art, so like I paint a lot, or I like music, you know. I'm not good at like dancing or singing, but if I'm in that type of mood and I wanna, then I'll dance and I'll sing, and it's just stuff like that.
Yeah, that's a tough question. Oh, if I'm being honest, I'm not really sure. I guess I would just talk to friends, I guess. I think so. Yeah. I mean, I do listen to music a lot too, so probably just talking to my friends and then through my music.
I used to express myself by writing in a notebook. I love this, and I think it's the best way to connecting with yourself.
2 ways: text and music. I love the text because I have a group of people that I text every morning, and these people are very, very, very close to me. And I text them to let them know that I love them. I'm thinking about you and I care about you. Because I always feel like if I leave this world, I know it's some people that know, oh, that girl loved me, or she loved hard. Like, she took time out her day to do this or do that. I express myself through music after I get off work. I call it zenning. I go in my guest room and I just put on like soft jazz, and that helped me decompress. And when I come out, I feel better because I've heard music that lift me up, or a beat that made me feel good. So those are the 2 ways that I typically express myself.
I would say that I typically express myself through music. I love to sing, I love to dance, and not really through social platforms or texting or email, but I journal a lot. And when I have, I write a lot of things in my notes. So I write and I express myself through music.
I express myself a few different ways. I play the game a lot, like a stress reliever. I just enjoy playing the game. Play Apex a lot, shooting games like Call of Duty. And I listen to music. Listen to a lot of music, vibe, and then the last thing I do is I just spend time with the family.
So I'd say that I express myself through fashion. It's wearing like different outfits, accessorizing, helping other people to style their outfits, and kind of like why I got into fashion, to help other people express themselves while still feeling comfortable in their clothes and things like that. Because just like styling yourself, you can take yourself from like, you know, one mood to another.
One thing that scares me, life. That's a big answer, but life. I'm at the point, I think a lot of us around my age are at the point where like we try to figure out what we're supposed to be doing, and if we don't know, it's scary because it's like I just turned 20 and I have no idea what the next year is gonna look like, you know. So life and like the fear of failure, I think, or disappointing people that I love is what scares me like the most.
A realistic one is not being successful. I want to be successful in whatever I do, and I want to provide for my family. So that's like a realistic fear that I have. Like, I want to, you know, like I'm contemplating getting out of the military and, you know, changing my lifestyle, but I don't want to get out if I don't have anything set up to have me and my family set up for success. An unrealistic fear is like being stranded in the middle of the ocean and I don't know what's under me. I would freak out.
Ooh, natural disasters scare me so much because it's my biggest fear, and the only reason why is because I can't control that. Like, like typical fears like spiders and snakes, I can, kill a spider or avoid them. But when it comes natural disasters, terrify me.
Not going to heaven. Not going to heaven. One thing that really scares me, if I pass away, I will not make it into heaven.
What scares me the most is to being hurt by someone you love. I think this is a hard feeling to go through, and I think that no one likes it. But this is what scares me the most, being hurt by someone you love.
Commitment in all aspects of life, whether it be a career, relationship, living situation, just because personally I feel like I lose interest in things very quickly.
Failing. A lot of times I don't do things because I feel like I'll fail at them, but lately, like as I've gotten older, I've gotten out of that because I'm like, if you don't do something, like if I don't try at all, I can't fail at it anyway.
There's so many. I guess I'd say right now, probably the future and where I'm going. It's exciting. It's definitely something I'm really looking forward to, but it also scares me because you never know, especially with COVID and everything changing. Like you have one plan in your mind and then it just gets thrown out,
One thing that I guess you could say I'm scared of is not being able to provide or help my family and close friends. I'm a really family-oriented person, so that's one of the things that I really want to do when it's all said and done.
Getting to the point where I can't take care of myself or do anything for myself, to the point where I have to rely on people. I've been to war twice, Afghanistan and Iraq. And at first, before I went, death is what scared me. Just the fact of dying. And that was just terrifying for me. And then going through those experiences to where several near-death experiences. So the fact of dying doesn't really scare me anymore.
Anything? With enough time, sure. But that's always the thing. Do you have enough time to do it? So I think so.
I do. Yes, I think my mom has a big part of that belief, because she's constantly encouraging me and telling me hey, you can do it. And if I have an idea of things that I want to do with my life and I bring it to her, she there are times that she thinks about it when I don't even know, and she'll call me and she's like, hey, I know you said you wanted to do this, here's how you can do it, here's how I can help you. And she lets me know that I have people there to help me, and just don't be afraid of going after what I want to do.
I believe I'm a realist. I'm like a real person, and I just believe that I believe I can accomplish what I put my mind to, but not I'm not gonna go be the president. I know I can't go be the president. I can't, just certain stuff. I'm just realistic when it comes to my goals. I set goals that's real for myself that I believe I can achieve.
Yes, I do. I think I can accomplish anything that I set my mind to, even if it's not to the extent that I originally thought. And that's something that I think everybody should, kind of be aware of. You think, okay, for example, I want to go to school and I want to get my degree. Even if you don't finish and get your degree, or you don't finish at that school, you still have to acknowledge the fact that you went to school, that you got accepted, that you went through, you did what you could. So with any task, whatever it is, like I try and look at it like I can accomplish this. Like, and even if I don't accomplish it to the extent that I thought I could, or I accomplish it even more than what I thought I could, you know, just to be proud of like every little step that you took.
Yes, absolutely. I think that it's so hard to say no, because every day that you get up, there's so many possibilities to how you can go on about your day, let alone your entire life. You can do your day completely differently. You could go to Walmart and you can meet someone and, you know, they can open a bunch of doors or opportunities for you, or you can go to Publix and just buy your stuff and leave. You know, it's like you can do anything that you want to do. You just have to make sure you stay on the right track and pretty much fight for it.
I believe and I know that I can accomplish anything. And that's solely based on knowing and seeing for myself things that I didn't think that I would be able to overcome, and I did. I know that I can overcome anything. The only thing that can stop me is me. And even then, I won't let me stop me.
I believe, of course, that I can accomplish anything, and anyone can accomplish anything as soon as they believe in, as you believe in yourself, and that you get determination too. This is really important, and that you let no one decide at your place. You are the only one who can decide what's the best for you, and you can accomplish anything by yourself. You don't need anyone for this.
Don't give up. I feel like that's the biggest thing, is it's just to never give up, because at times you might feel like you don't have anybody, and I think that that's necessarily not true. Even strangers, like if somebody needed me that I don't necessarily know, just for maybe encouragement or like thoughtful words one day, I'll be there for them. So I feel like just don't ever give up, and you'll find your people for sure. You'll find your place too.
You're your biggest supporter in everything you do. No matter, nobody gonna support you like you support yourself. So I would just say believe in yourself, and everything else will follow.
I think your biggest source of encouragement should always be yourself. Being dependent on others for affirmations can kind of be detrimental to yourself, especially in stages of life where you're feeling lonely or you're just going through personal growth and development. And so I think that, you know, you have to learn to speak kindly to yourself and to encourage yourself, and just always put yourself first, especially if you don't have anyone else to turn to. And that's not necessarily like a selfish thing, but it's more like a survival thing, I would say. And so, yeah, just keep encouraging yourself, regardless of what anyone else says of you or can say for you.
To those people, I would say you have to do it yourself. Like, you're not always going to have someone there to push you. And that's where a lot of people fall when they're not getting the support they want, like in their new businesses and stuff like that, in their new careers. When people aren't there to tell them, yeah, keep going, keep pushing. You have to learn how to do that yourself, and like take pleasure in like the little goals that you accomplish here and there, instead of like looking all the way at the end of the road. Sometimes you just gotta set yourself like some smaller goals along the way to like keep yourself motivated.
For someone who grew up with almost no one to encourage me, especially family-wise, I was always my biggest supporter. And the most important thing that I ever realized was I was my biggest supporter. I always felt like I had to bring myself what I like earned in life. And I feel like having my own back was the most important thing. And then once you have your own back and you're allowed to really get to what you want to do, you'll gain supporters and, you know, people who will help you and encourage you throughout the entire way. But you can't get anything done if you can't even encourage yourself. And that is the most important thing for anyone whether they have encouragement or not.
Just keep on pressing, because you are your worst critic. And don't see. You have to be your own cheerleader, pretty much.
Definitely encourage yourself, because some people may act like they for you, but secretly they're not for you. You know, so definitely your biggest encouragement will be yourself.
Well, first I try and encourage them by picking positive thinking. If they had any family, I tell them if they have a lost family member, I tell them to reflect back on the memories that they had in the beginning. And when it ended, drop that and just reflect on the good times they had together.
Well, find someone to encourage. Somebody like that.
I would recommend finding somebody that you look up to and look at what they've done. Find someone to get inspiration from. I know when I was in school, I would listen to motivational videos. Like, I would have long breaks in between my classes. And at that point, I was kind of tired of school. So I would just listen to motivational videos like over and over and over, because there wasn't anybody to motivate me, because I guess I don't think anyone knew that I needed motivation, but that's what I did, and that worked for me. And really just keep positive notes around, always keep positive thoughts, and just sort of learn to encourage yourself like along the way in whatever you do.
For those who have no one to encourage them to accomplish something, I will tell them they don't need anyone to believe, to encourage them. They can do it by themselves. And you can do it, and I can do it by myself. I don't need anyone to do this for me.
Like, find a social media platform that is all about encouraging others and motivating people, listening to motivating podcasts, motivating YouTube videos. Like, those are super popular. Like, I've done some business seminars, and I've had like mentors who, no matter what, they always suggest like YouTube videos, or they put them in the group chat for us to listen to. So whether you do have somebody supporting you or not, that's definitely something that I would suggest. But overall, just don't be discouraged that you don't have somebody supporting you, because that's completely okay. You know, it gets hard. It does, when you don't have that one person in your corner rooting for you. But you also wouldn't want to be dependent on one person rooting for you. You wouldn't want to be like, if they're not rooting for me, well, then I guess I can't do it. You know, you want you to be the reason why you do things. You know, you want to do them for yourself, not to make other people happy. Because if somebody says, oh, I don't think you should do this, does that make you not want to do it now? Like, does your passion all go away? It shouldn't be like that. It should be everything centered from you going out into the world.